Hello everybody, this is Oak Tree Tarot Reader here and welcome to my pick a card video. So, money seems to be a pressing concern for an awful lot of people at the moment, so I thought it would be good for me to do a video. I've already done one recently on finances and career, but this is really exclusively about money in your life. So I'm not really going to look at career progressions and impact and all the rest of it. It's literally about your relationship to money at this point in your life. It's a timeless video, so it does not matter when you watch it or when you go ahead and make your choice. It's resonant for the moment you watch it to sort of 3 to 6 months ahead of you, or shorter. Some of you might find that the energies only last a month in your life. Others might find that the journey that it takes is a lot longer. It will be different for each one of you. So I've set out 4 different readings. We've got number 1, which is the key, number 2, which is the ship, number 3, which is the anchor, and number 4, which is the tower. So I want you to close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, think about you and money. How much have you got? How much haven't you got? What's your pressing concerns with money? How do you feel about money? Do you have any luck with money? Would you like to? All the rest of it. Press pause, take some time to do that. And when you feel ready, make your choice. Don't overthink it, don't doubt yourself. Then go ahead and click on the timestamp. Right, then you've chosen the key. Number 1, what's going on with you and money? Split it into 3 different piles. So we'll start off now, which is a general energy in your life concerning money. So we've got the Hierophant. Make sure you can see. Justice and the 4 of Cups. Yeah, you can see. So, what's going on in your life regarding money? Well, everything's sort of balanced, fair and balanced. Everything's going according to the rules. You don't take any chances. I would say actually, regardless of how things might feel for you, things are going along in the way that's planned. It's like going according to plan. Things are the way they are in your financial life because these are the steps you've taken to lead yourself there. So like if you've got a poorly paid job, it's because you've stuck in a poorly paid job and you've not taken action to get a better paid one. If you have accumulated debt, it's because you're the one that's overspent beyond your means. I'm sorry if this is unpleasant to you, but that's the truth. You are the way that you are financially because of the things that you have done. And there's a feeling here that you're not really thinking about it, you're not really engaged in it. There's a feeling here that you're just sort of sitting there passive. There's a lot of, actually in a weird way, there's a lot of passive energy. So really you're not being productive economically, or at least as much as you could be, your capacity. It's like you're not really realising your potential, a lot of you. So feel encouraged that if you are not earning the money that you would like to, that you actually can. But yeah, there's just a sense of that things are going exactly the way you would expect them according to the actions that you have taken. I don't think you're taking many risks at the moment. Maybe you can't. Maybe there's just no opportunity at the moment. But these cards represent what you're meant to work on, what you're meant to be paying attention to and dealing with in regards to you and money. 6 of Autumn. The good you do comes back to you. An unexpected inflow of money, borrowing wisely or repaying a debt. Okay, so here we go. Like I said, that if you're in debt, you've got to start thinking about how you're going to pay this stuff off. And I feel that actually you have really been investing in something for some of you. And it hasn't been paying off. Like maybe you've been doing a lot of unpaid work. And you're not getting what you should be from it. So it might be time for you to review whether you should be investing the time doing the unpaid thing, and whether you should be in fact investing it in something else. An unexpected inflow of money is probably what you want and need. Well, he doesn't want a sudden influx of unexpected money, but I think you probably should be looking towards how you're going to get this sudden money. Queen of Autumn, generous, stylish, gracious and practical. Be practical with respect to how you proceed, the ability to make anything more beautiful. Meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. So yeah, you need to start looking about what you're going to do next. There's a lot of passive energy. Well, it's saying that's not good enough. You've got to start being proactive and thinking how you're going, what actions are you going to take next in regards to money. So if you're not earning enough, how are you going to start earning enough? And I think some of you, whatever partnership or whatever, you know, say business or whatever that you're in, there's someone better that can help you to get the career you want or earn the money that you want in your chosen career. And as I say, if you're already partnered up, there's someone better. If you're not partnered up and you're actually going solo and you're trying to, I don't know, start a business on your own, do something on the side on your own, whatever, there's somebody out there that's going to help you sort all this out. And you need to start finding them and thinking about how you can find them. High Priestess, trusting your intuition, careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation. So you're not really giving yourself time out to actually process the problem. I know we've got the Four of Cups, but actually you're not really taking the time to lie there and think, well, what can I do? What does your gut say? I mean, if your instincts immediately say, I will never be able to live off this wage, stop doing that job. Even if you love it, it sounds awful, but if you love it and it won't pay, then you're going to have to find another way for it to be in your life and accept that it's not your main source of income. And it's just going to have to be something you spend a couple of hours a week doing or something. But there's an answer there for you. You need to find it, and it's through giving yourself a peaceful bit of time to just lie there and meditate, or sit there and meditate, whatever you do to have your meaningful, you know, sort of alone time. And the answer will come to you, or at least the options will come to you, because I feel that you're capable, but I think perhaps things haven't gone the way you wanted and you're just feeling a bit down about it, and you can't, almost feel that you can't get motivated to deal with this problem, because you're like, everything I've really tried hard with this and it's not gone anywhere and I just feel bad, so what's the point in putting the effort in? But the message is, no, the effort's worth it. What you've done, you know, is not bad, because I've got the feeling the ability to make anything more beautiful. I think that's possibly, you know, maybe you have a unique skill to make things better for other people, and you're sort of perhaps not doing that. But you have a really good skill at doing that. And once you start doing that, perhaps the money will start to come through for you. Yeah. I would say that if you put the effort in to make things the best that they can be, then the money will come in. Because I feel that you're not trusting yourself. I think a lot of you know what the answer is, but you don't want to confront it. And you need this careful time, because you're probably very much a thinker. You're somebody that thinks their way through problems rather than acts their way through problems. I do feel that there's something in your past that you've actually done and that you should get some sort of payback for. And I don't mean that in a nasty way, but you've sort of invested in something and it's time for you to reap the rewards. And all you need to do is put your mind to it and the rewards will come. Yeah. So let's see what's coming forward to, what's coming into your life, what's ahead for you in terms of money. Some of you might find that this is over the next month. Some of you might find the energies last for quite some time, you know, over 3 to 6 months. You'll all be different. So we've got the King of Atames, that's the King of Swords. We've got the 8 of Atames, that's the 8 of Swords, and the King of Wands. So what's coming into you? I think that the confusion and whatnot is going to carry on for a while, because she's still got the blindfold on, and I feel that's you, that you're sort of not looking at all the opportunities. I think actually there's a lot going on here, a lot of thoughts, a lot of opportunities for you, but you can't see them because you're too scared to move forward in case you cut your toes off on the daggers. It's like you're too scared to do anything. You're sort of paralysed. And we need to get rid of that energy. And I think that you can move into the King of Wands energy of being entrepreneurial, taking a chance, being exciting. I feel that this sort of making anything more beautiful through being connected to it is the solution. That once you believe in yourself, the solution will come. And we've got the King of Swords, so you're going to find that with you and money, you're going to be a lot more stern with yourself. So if you've been overspending, I think you're going to be less inclined to. You're going to be a lot tougher with yourself and less emotionally invested in it. I think you're going to be a bit cooler and more logical in regards to you and money. You're going to see money as to what it is, which is just the facility for you to lead a comfortable life. That's it. As long as you're happy and contented with your life, you've got enough money. As long as it allows you to pay for what you want out of life, you've got enough. And that's all it is. Money doesn't really change people. It sometimes reveals what was always there. But money doesn't really change people. It just allows you to lead a more comfortable life. You know, you're not stressing out about paying the bills or not. You know, if you need to buy food, you can. If you need to buy new clothes or get the car fixed or get something repaired, you can do that. That's all that money does, is allows you contentment. So let's look at your charms. So here we go. Okay, so oak tree. You've got the key emblem, which is obviously your card as well. It's time for a change. So I think some of you, if you're working at a job that doesn't pay enough, it's time to change your job. Start looking out for new jobs. If there's jobs are scarce where you are, looking to see how you can earn money. There's a message. I said that feeling that there was something you didn't know, and I think that there's a message that you need to give or listen to. You know, the book, something's not, you know, it's not an open book, it's closed, so the information's hidden at the moment. There's something that you've been working on, and I said that before. I got this feeling that you've already been working on something and it's not paid up, but now it's time. It's time to communicate about this, because there's just there's this feeling that whatever you're doing just doesn't pay enough. You might pay something, but it doesn't pay enough, and that's not good enough. You need to start hunting for the money that you want, the income that you want. If it's something to do with work, you can change your job or work more at something. There's definitely a feeling here. Maybe it's a friend that some of you need to contact. But there's a feeling here that you can have the money that you want, but you're just not seeing something. And this, again, this is my only you can do this charm. And there was this feeling I got before with this card about the ability to make anything more beautiful. You have a rare skill that perhaps only you can do, and it pleases people. It's attractive to people. It can be anything. And only you can do it. You're the unique person. Just the way that you do it is unlike how anyone else does it. It doesn't mean that you'll be the only person on the planet that earns money doing this, but the way that you do it is different, and therefore it's attractive and compelling. Because we've got the unicorn as well. Change. It's time to change whatever you're doing and whatever attitude you have to money. It's time to change it. It's time for you to change things around, to create stability in your life. So I think some of you don't have an awful lot of financial stability. Well, that's a common story across the world. So you're not alone. But something you can do that's unique, that will offer you the money and no one else can do it, or do it the way that you do it, and that will bring in a bit of the moolah. So start giving yourself time and space to sort of think about things practically. You've got a lot about being practical and realistic and looking at the facts. So if you're very emotional, very imaginative, try and pin yourself down to the more sensible aspects of being an artist or a creative person, and being a bit tough on yourself and those around you, especially if you've done something, you've sent the invoice and you've not been paid. And there's money to be chased up, you need to chase it up. I'm just going to put this up here. Let you look in case the charms are unique to you. Press pause if you need to. But I'm going to leave that reading there for you, because I just feel that the answer's already there for you. You've just got to open your eyes and let yourself be active and do it. So that's your reading. I hope that it's helped you. If you want a more in-depth reading from me, you can get one. Just look in the description box and then send me an email, oaktreetarotreader@gmail.com, and I will get right back to you. I've got slots available. So yeah, you take very good care of yourself. Thank you for listening to me, and goodbye. Ooh, excuse me. Ships, this is your reading. What's going on with you and money? Should I wait and topple over the tripod again? These are the cards that represent you and your energy around money. What's money, generally in your life? What's your attitude in the rest of the world? So money, I would say, is definitely important to you. The Magician. Oh, this is a good reading. Judgment. 3 major arcanas. So what does this tell me about you and money? That actually you have a lot of control over money. So if things are going a bit rough for you at the moment, which sort of the fact that you're watching this video leans me towards that conclusion, is you can change things at any point. There's a sense of fulfillment that you don't need to worry about money. You just need to put your mind to changing things. So if you're not earning enough, just put your mind to earning more. For everybody that's different. For some of you, it's about getting another job that pays more. You can do that. For others of you, it's about realising that the job you're doing is never going to pay the way you want it to. And what you need to do is try something new. The Magician is an immensely powerful manifesting. It's a manifester. You just need to put your mind to it. You can it's law of attraction. It's about you can sort this issue out. You can sort the problem out. You can find the answer. All you need to do is think about it. You need to apply yourself. You need to use all of the skills at your disposal in order to achieve what you want. And this is your attitude towards money. This is your energy. Even if you have periods where you're sort of a bit of a decline financially, it will be followed by even greater success. You are a manifester, and that's what you're meant to do. And you're meant to think about money differently. So again, if you're struggling with money, if you're struggling to manifest the money that you really want, you need to change the way that you're thinking. You need to hear the music, be rejuvenated, to think about money in a different way, or about earning money or attracting money towards yourself in a different way. Like if you've always done sort of low paid jobs, it's about saying, no, you're meant to have high paid jobs. So how are you going to do it? You can do it. You have all the skills that you need. This is immensely positive. All I can say is that you don't need to really worry about it. All you need to do is sit back and think, how am I going to make it happen? You're like an entrepreneur. You're the sort of person that can turn £1 into a £5 note, and a £5 note into a £10 note, and then into a 20 and a 50. You know what I mean? It's just the money's endless, and it's all in the palm of your hand. It's all there in the palm of your hand for you to do. So what's the energy around you and money? Fabulous. Fabulous. I'm not jealous. I am. But it's fabulous. So be reassured. What do you need to work on in your financial life? You know, what do you need to work on with your attitude to money? Well, you've got a great attitude, so let's not worry about that. The Empress, time to take action, the power of creativity, success that allows for a life of luxury. Ooh. Oh my God. The Emperor, use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organised, a firm but compassionate leader. Prince of Spring, charming, self-confident, passionate, restless. Immediate action, a challenge you can successfully manage, a passionate relationship. Okay, so what do you need to focus on? As I said, you've got everything in the palm of your hand. You've got 2 more major arcanas. You know, this is quite simple, straight to the point energy. You need to start creating. If you're an artist, you need to create. If you've got a business idea, you need to start making the business a reality. You've got the Emperor as well. You need to structure yourself. You need to take command over it. You need to be the authority. If you're waiting on people to take the lead, you'll be waiting forever. So stop. Tell them how it's going to be. You need to be compassionate to their needs. Like if somebody is supposed to be doing something in your job and they can't do it because someone's sick, or they've got childcare issues, or things are just going wrong, you say, oh, I understand, so I'm going to do this now to make sure this happens, and then in a bit in the future we'll review, see how things are going. Okay, just take action, take control, and you need to stop, you know, waiting for permission for things. You don't need anyone's permission to do anything. Just go ahead and do it. You know, I almost feel that you're either watching this for just entertainment, and you know this already, but just in case those of you that don't know this, maybe you're feeling a bit down in the dumps, maybe you've tried things and they're not really happening and you can't understand why. It's because of the people that you've got to help you with it, or the people that you've joined up with it. And the message is, you don't need them. You can go it alone. You can meet the challenge, and there's a passionate relationship. I feel, not, you know, for some of you, yeah, maybe it's a love relationship, but I think actually there's a partnership around you that may be better, more conductive partnership for what you're trying to achieve, or there might be somebody in the future that you meet where in fact you'll recognise that they're a much better partner in the business, or they're somebody much better to work for or to employ. And if you're really there thinking, well, there's nobody like that in my life at the moment, you need to start taking action to find somebody who's going to be better for you in that way. It's sort of, success is at your fingertips. All it needs you to do is reach out and get it. And we've got the world again. He's holding the world and he's holding a heart. And of course we've got the world. You just need a sudden eureka moment where you go, why have I been doing it like this? I can do it alone. And to keep your energy up and do it, it's just, there's just immediate action, take action, immediate action, take action, use your logic, take action, you do it. Whatever's going on in your financial life, all it needs is you to do it. Your attitude to money, if you want to earn more money, the only person that's stopping you is you. You know, you just don't need to wait for anyone. So what's coming in your future? Some of you might find that this is more over the next month. It's more of an immediate energy. Others of you might find that this is something that takes about 3 to 6 months even to work its way through your life in terms of you and money. I'm a feeling, because there's such take action and powerful energy here, that you might find this is only in the very near future, over the next month. 8 of Wands, yeah, more fast energy. 7 of Chalices, plenty of choices. And the 8 of Pentacles, yeah. I think that basically what's going to be happening immediately is, because you're sort of listening to me and sort of going, oh yeah, there is other stuff. I don't need anyone. I can just do this. I have the power. You're going to recognise that there's all these different choices, and one choice is better than the other, so you need to really think about it. You really need to take your time, ponder on it before you take action. Maybe it's multiple job options, maybe offers for the lucky few of you. Maybe you've got that many ideas, You're thinking, well, which one of my ideas is the one that I should stick to? Well, trust your instincts, give yourself a bit of time, meditate on it, weigh things up, and then take what action that you want. I think things are going to be happening very quickly for you, so choices will come through for you very quickly. Job opportunities, being noticed for things are going to happen really quite soon. And the Ace of Pentacles is a gift. It's a gift of money. It's a gift of an opportunity. It's like being offered the opportunity to, even to do a few hours work for somebody, and they come forward and they say, oh my God, we want you to come and work here again, or, maybe even permanently. It's like they ask you for a few hours. They say, you were great. Can you come and work a few days next month? The next month comes, you work a few days. It's like, actually, can you work all of the month after? And you come back and you work for the entire month. And then they're saying, do you know what? We really want to try and get you on a 6-month contract with the option to extend it, for another 12 months after that. And you're like, that's sweet. And you sign up for the 6 months, and then they say, that's it, permanent wages, company car, all the rest of it. What do we need to do to get you to move to our city? All that kind of stuff, where I can't reiterate enough that everything's there for you. It's just waiting for you to go, I'm just going to do this. And I'm going to do the charms. We'll see what else. But I just feel, because the Empress is like creativity, and again, there's this, what you need to do is to look at how you can lead this life of luxury, which I think that you're meant to. I think this almost feels like a life spiritual journey, life purpose for you, particularly to learn how to manifest for yourself the life that you want. And so some of you might have led the life that you want for the past few years, and it's only recently that you're like, oh, I'm not as fulfilled as I was. I'm getting itchy feet. It's time for a new adventure, a new challenge. And for you, the life purpose is for you to go and say, okay, now it's time for me to have a brand new life, and to manifest that, and to have confidence in the skills and abilities of yourself to do that. And I think that you absolutely do have everything that you need in order to lead the abundant and exciting life that you're clearly meant to. So let's look at the charms. Okay, a nice mix of charms there. This gear is that there's something missing. There's a piece of information missing. It could be your recognition that you're just going to do it alone. Or maybe there's just a piece of information that's due to come to you. It could be the Eight of Wands, in that there's something quickly going to come to you, and you find out about a job and you apply, and all that suddenly somebody comes and says, well, I remember this from the past, or my friends told me about you. Do you want to do this bit of work? The key, there's a solution here. We haven't got the lock, but there's a solution there. You can provide the solution. It's about going it alone. The tower isn't isolated. It's like on Rapunzel's tower on her own, standing alone, standing firm, being, solid. I always want to say, a lot of you have been trying to do this with other people. Maybe you've had a friend that you've been trying to start a business with, or maybe you've had a friend that you're trying to do something creative with, and it's just not gone anywhere. The message is, you can do it on your own, and I think you're meant to. Because we've got the bear, which is about being powerful, roaring, and alone, and strong and powerful. There's just something that needs securing. You need to be secure in yourself. We've got lots of imagery about things being connected together. So I'm leaning towards for some of you, it's really weird, but you're simultaneously like, maybe you're self-employed, but under contract for somebody else, like you're commissioned by other people to do things, but as you as an individual. But it's about securing and matching up and tying together with something else. And it might be with someone else because we've got a passionate relationship, but I'm genuinely leaning more towards the fact that you are frightened of the challenge, or you don't think you're up for the challenge, but you are. You're meant to see the beauty within yourself, that you are unique. There's this feeling that it's what you want could be seen as very fantastical, but it's not, because you're meant to do it. You know, it's like fantastical to say that you can manifest things and attract opportunities towards yourself, but you can do that. It's like you're meant to learn how to manifest things. But there's something still to be discovered, something you still need to latch onto. So I'm going to say, for some of you, there's a piece of information that you're missing, or a piece of knowledge about yourself, or you haven't quite come to this realization. Even as much as I say to you how wonderful you are, that you can do this, you don't quite believe it yet, but you will come to that because you're meant to. You know, you might find it hard, but you will do. There's a piece of information that's missing, and you need to attach to it. And once you have that knowledge, nothing will stop you, and you will soar. And this is about, to me, like feeding yourself, being abundant. And there's this feeling here that you're meant to be exceptionally wealthy in life, and to achieve that. Yeah, you just need to believe in yourself. And there's a piece of information that you're missing, so think on that. Those are your charms, if you want a close up, because I know, you know, in case they mean anything to you, but there's quite a lot of imagery about measuring up and missing something and connecting to something, or someone. For some of you, it's someone. Maybe there's a partner that you need to find, or somebody that you need who will give you that opportunity, that chance. And when you do it, I should turn the tower over so you can see. When you do it, I think your confidence will soar high. So that's your reading, those of you that chose number 2. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that it's helped you. The description box has all the information that you need. If you want a private reading with me, you can get one. There are slots. Just send me an email, oaktreetarotreader@gmail.com, but I shall leave your reading with you. Please take very good care of yourself. Thank you for listening to me, and goodbye. Okay, number 3 is the anchor. Money, money, money in your life. So I've split it into different parts, as I usually do. And what we're going to look at first is your current energies and the way money is in your life at this moment in time. Strength. So you're really being positive. Well, positive and strong. You're really controlling your fears about money. 3 of Cups. You feel quite relaxed. 2 of Swords, but you're not sure. So I think for me, what's the energy of money in your life at the moment is that you're really controlling your fears about it. So I think you probably do have quite a few concerns. Maybe you've lost your job, or you've got sudden unexpected expenses, or everything suddenly got more expensive and the money you earn isn't meeting together. There's just a deficit there. But you're still feeling quite relaxed and joyful about it, quite hopeful, having fun, not getting too stressed about it. But you're perhaps not making a decision that you might need to be making. You're not seeing the solution ahead of you. So yeah, you're in positive energy in that you're not letting it get you down. But equally, I don't think you can see the way forward in regards to your problems with money. So hopefully this reading will help you. Because these cards represent what you're meant to deal with. You need to take action. You need to work on these aspects between you and money. Just money. 2 of Spring, a bright future manifested through hard work and creativity. Partnering with others who share your dreams. Great progress being made. So if you've got something, that you want to work on, or whether you've got a lot of great ideas in your job, or how to deal with money in your life, you need to be confident about that and start taking action. You need to find other people that are willing to do the job that you're doing in the way that you want to do it. Remember, the creativity doesn't exclusively mean being a painter or a musician. People can be really, really creative in being a car mechanic, and they're just superb at the way that they can tune a car or something, or how they're really creative in being a taxi driver and how they maneuver their way through the streets. This creativity comes through us all in different ways. And there's something that you're particularly creative about in terms of how you earn money or how you treat money or how you have money work in your life. And if you pursue that and you work on it, it can actually do you the world of good financially. Like, there was a program on a few years ago about extreme couponing, which fascinated me because we don't have that same system of coupons here in the UK. If we did, I would be an extreme couponer. Trust me. But these ladies would get coupons from any source that they possibly could, and they'd go off and they'd get like $1,000 worth of produce and spend a quarter, and sometimes some of them came back with the supermarket owing them. It was magnificent. And they didn't work, well, they worked, but they didn't work for the produce they got. The work they put in was getting all these coupons, working out how they can maximise the value of the coupons, and getting, a year's supply of cereal for nothing, because they collected all the coupons, they worked out the deals, and whatever ways that the supermarket would put in place to try and deter women coming to clear out their shelves in one go, they would know how to work their way through it. So there's something that you can think creatively around, and that other people are willing to work on it as well or have a similar idea. And it's saying, look at that and pursue it. So if there's something that, that makes sense to you about, go with it. Ace of Winter. Don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately amazing new ideas that should be implemented. You see, I said that. I got this feeling that there's something that you have an idea about, and the message is, go for it. Don't be frightened. Everything that you do in life has a challenge. If you go ahead and start something, one of the things that really winds me up is when you say, oh, I'm going to be doing this. I've got this exciting new idea to do. I'm going to be doing. It's very hard work, and that's the best people can say, is that when you've got an exciting opportunity ahead of you, or you've come up with a brand new idea on how to do something exciting, and the response by the other person is, it's very hard work, It's like, yeah, but why does that matter? What does the hard work matter in the face of you achieving your dream or your ambition or just pursuing something that makes you happy? It doesn't matter how much hard work it takes. Don't think about the hard work, especially if it's going to put you off. Because if you're worried about the hard work, you won't do anything. Trust me. So just accept there's hard work, and you can chip away at it, and you can take things in sections, and it doesn't have to be all done in one day. There's an importance to communicate clearly and accurately. So this idea, this connection with other people, if you communicate clearly, it's a sense that they will come. Because this is something you should be doing. 7 of Autumn. Have patience and don't worry. Take time to rest and plan your next steps. A prudent investment of time or money. Yes, so some of you haven't got any money to invest, but you can invest your time. So that there's something maybe on the side, apart from the job that you're working, that you can invest your time in it and build it up. And it's saying, this feeling, like I said to you, it doesn't matter how long it takes. Take the time to do it, and take your steps and think, okay, well, next week I just can't do any work on my plan, so I'm going to have that week off, recharge my batteries and not worry about it, and pick it up the week after. And and that you can meticulously plan your steps and you'll go far. So this is what you need to work on. There's something that that you can do, that it's well worth your while investing your time in, and if you have to, a little bit of money. So these cards represent what's ahead for you in terms of money in your life. Some of you might find that this is quite quick in your life, like it's over the next month, it comes and goes, you know. Others of you might find that the energies in these cards take about 3 to 6 months to work their way through your life before you've completed the journey. For everybody, it will be different. 6 of Wands, success. Knight of Pentacles. And the Horned God, that's the Empress. So this speaks to me that what's ahead for you in your financial life is that there is going to be some financial success. So maybe some money comes in, maybe you get an extra few hours, maybe there's some overtime, or you get recognised at work and you get promoted, or you get another job somewhere else based on what you've done before. Do you know, it's success. So some money coming through. So there's that good. Knight of Pentacles, you are going to be working hard. And that's probably why you're getting the pay. So I feel that for a lot of you, you're going to get overtime. You're going to get a few more hours at work. And you're going to get extra pay as a result. Or maybe you only work part-time. You get full-time work. But for others of you, it's connected to this thing on the side. You're going to be working towards this project. Slowly but surely. Putting the hours in. Not worrying about it. And your success will follow. And there's a feeling here that you're going to take the lead, but gather a crew around you, you know, gather your squad around you in order to, you know, it's finding the like-minded people. And I feel that you might be the leader of them. You might be the person that they come to because you're the one that takes the chance, you know, like say creates a YouTube channel and the followers come and say, well, we want to do some work with you on that, and you're like, yeah, sure. And you get your crowd around you that you're all different, you're all unique, but you work in harmony together for the common goal. And that's what's going to be happening. So I think the moment you start working on this, things will change for you and improve. And you will find your audience, or you will find your co-workers, or you will find potential employers, or you will find clients. Let's see what your charms say. Whoa, you got loads. It didn't feel like an awful lot in my hand, but it feels like loads. So we've got 2 keys there. We usually get the spoon because it's so big. So let's see what the others say before I get excited. 3 keys. Right. So there is a treat coming. So 6 of Wands, there's a treat, a sweet treat. It's like a bit of a gift, because candy canes on a tree always, for me, are like a nice treat that people are meant to just take off the tree. It's there for the picking. This has come again. There's a sense that there's uniqueness. This is something you uniquely can do. Not many other people can do that. Maybe just these few people. Communication, sending a message. Oh, mystery. This speaks to me is that whatever you do, you might not necessarily be the public face of it, or there's still a mystery to be found in regards to this thing that you're going to do. We've got the scissors and the sewing machine, which are sort of connected. This is something you've got to make yourself. Because that's with the sewing machine. You're not paying someone else to sew the clothes for you, or the quilt, whatever you make, your mask. You're making it yourself. You're the one doing it yourself. So this is something that you need to do. There's something you need to cut out, though. Maybe a negative mindset. You need to be positive. There is something missing. You know, the missing piece of information, the missing person, the missing idea, maybe for some of you. And again, the squirrel, it's about hard work. It's about preparing for the future. They're burying their nuts. I think that this, for me, the scissors and the coffin go well together because they're ending. It's finishing. Something needs to be finished. Maybe it's something that you're doing now. Maybe it's this lack of decision making. You need to make the choice to do it. The hedgehog, to me, is about protection, prickly. I love hedgehogs. But they roll up in a ball and their spikes come out in order to protect themselves. So this is about ensuring the success of your future. Taking a chance. You're taking a gamble on what you're doing. But when you do, your heart's going to take flight, and I think it's about, you might have to go somewhere else. You might need to travel in order to make this a fruition, or you might need to go on an adventure within yourself and be a different person in order to make this a success. I'm going to let you see the charms there. See if they mean anything specific to you. But I'm going to leave that reading with you. I think there's something great that you can work on, and when you do, success is ensured, so go ahead and do it. If you want a private reading from me to go into greater depth, perhaps on regards to this or something else in your life, I've got plenty of slots. So send me an email at oaktreetarotreader@gmail.com. The information you need is in the description box. But otherwise, you take care of yourself. Thank you for listening to me, and goodbye. Okay, last but not least, the Tower people, number 4s. So money and you, what's going on financially in your life and what's to come. So these 3 cards represent generally what's going on in your life regards to money at the moment, the energies and so on. 3 of Coins, the Sun, and the 6 of Cups. So it doesn't seem too bad actually to me what's going. If things don't seem that well at the moment, it's probably just temporary, because money, you're working with money, or money and you are working together. So I feel that even if you haven't got much going on in your life financially at the moment, you're making best use of the money you do have. So money is doing what you need it to, but perhaps just, I mean, everybody wants to earn a bit more money than they currently are. So don't worry if you're thinking, but actually money's not too bad. I was just hoping to find out if I'm going to win the lottery or something. Money's going fine. It's all very positive. We're very sunny. Everything just seems fine. So whatever you're doing in regards to money, you're doing the right thing. And the 6 of Cups, there's a feeling of nostalgia that you like having money. It's good to have it in your life. It makes you happy, gives you lots of good memories, and you have good memories of money. So you just have, it seems to me you have a very healthy relationship between you and money. So I'm not going to spend much time on that. Regardless of what seems to be going on at the moment, your attitude towards it really good. So what do you need to work on in regards to you and money? 6 of Cups again. Children or childhood, the return of people or romances from your past. Remembering events differently in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. So I think what you need to do is, there's this feeling that some of you are already doing this, that you're looking at the past to see how decisions made in the past, or maybe the way you were taught to deal with money in the past, have impacted your present. Maybe, you're always looking back at your children thinking, we had nothing, but you're recognising now that you had everything that you needed. And I think you're probably building a much healthier relationship between you and money than you perhaps had in the past. Balance. Take everyone's input into consideration. Merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. There's no need to rush. So you need to balance out your relationship between you and money. I think that you've got probably, do you know what I think this is? I don't think you have financial problems. I think it's your attitude and your relationship with money that might be what needs work. So I bet you probably do have a well-paid job and you are earning good money. But the way that you think about money and the way that you use money in your life is possibly what needs work. So maybe you work very long hours and you get paid very well because of it, or you're a workaholic, or you give far much more importance to earning money than you do anything else. And what you need to do is look to the other things in your life and balance them out. So maybe you don't spend enough time with your children, your wife, your husband, and your children, or you don't have those things and you would like to have a family. Maybe, you spent your 20s earning this money and establishing your career, and now you know, getting of that age that you think, actually I'd like to settle down and start a family. I worked hard for all of this, I can now afford it. But some of you might have been just working so hard that you've lost track of the other aspects in your life, and you need to balance them out. You need to perhaps spend less time worrying about money or earning money, and more time in looking at the other areas of your life, whatever they are. Whether you know, maybe you don't want to get married and have a family, that's all right, but you need other things apart from work. Yeah, you don't need to give up your job, you don't need to give up your desire to be well paid, there's nothing wrong with that, but you need to balance it out. King of Autumn, compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, gifted. Be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything going your way. A good person or company to work for. So you need to, I feel you've actually accomplished what you set out to do. You've like got a great career. Well, you've got the earning power that you desired. And you just need to maintain that rather than constantly pushing higher and higher. It's saying that now's the time for you to, again, focus on something else in your life, because you need to be assured that everything is going your way. You know, even if it's just for the near future, it's saying for the next couple of years, you don't need to feel too anxious. Maybe in a couple of years' time, you're ready for the next promotion, for the next challenge. That's fine. But you've got to try and be a good person or company to work for. So maybe you're lucky enough that you have people that work for you. You've got to be a great boss. Or maybe that's your ambition to have your own company. Again, you've got to try and be a great boss. You've got to be a good person to be around. You've got to be someone that's compassionate and accomplished, charismatic and gifted. You've got to reassure yourself that you are the King of Pentacles. And I feel that if you're not that sort of self-sufficient man, that provider. I mean, to me, the King of Pentacles is the traditional male role of financial provider. You know, that he ensures that his family are incredibly well provided for. He makes sure that he provides a great house, the kids go to great schools, his wife doesn't need to work if she doesn't want to, or, you know, if they decide that they would rather that she stays at home. You know, mutual decision. It's not about dictating. He's not that kind of character. That's more Emperor energy. But the King of Pentacles is like, I earn so that we can have a certain type of family life that's seen as more traditional. And even if you're not into that, or that's not what you want, you can still provide that kind of well provided for. This is feeling that you need to look at what you're providing for. And I'm sort of leaning towards, there's a feeling here about providing, whether you're mum or dad, about providing to make sure you can spend more time with the kids. It's about recognising that work's great and earning the money's great, but if you're not there to enjoy the people that you're working for, what's the point? And that's what, you know, some even happens now, where some dads work so hard and they put the hours in, it's unbelievable, and they really make sure that their, you know, families are well provided for, but they don't spend any time with their kids and with their wives or their husbands, and they don't enjoy everything, the people that they're working so hard for. And it's about, the message here is, remember who you're working for, or what you're aspiring to. And for some of you, you might have forgotten, you know, if it's not that traditional male role that I'm portraying for you, if you've been working hard in your career so that you can have a nice single life, it doesn't matter. If you wanted to always be single and to go on lots of holidays and to have that lovely house, and you've just not got any time to go travelling because you're always working and you've got all the money in the bank but you can't travel anywhere because you can't get the time off work, why have you built up this career if it hasn't given you what you wanted it to? And this is where you've got to find the balance between work and your non-working life, your home life, however that is for you. So this is what's ahead for you. with you and money. Some of you might find that this is just very near future, like over the next month even, and it's sort of worked its way out of your life after a month. But for others of you, it might take longer, up to 3 or even 6 months, for you to go through this journey. So don't be too anxious if it goes quickly, and don't be too anxious if it's taking ages to come into your life and leave it again. So we got the Lord of Shadows, Death, 10 of Chalices, and Queen of Swords. So what's going to be happening with you and money is change. I think you are going through a process of discovery. Again, I got this feeling that for you it's not actually about money. It's about your relationship with money and why you are acquiring it, why you're working for it. And I think what you need to do is rediscover why that's happening, and I think that's what's going to be happening over the period that it is for you. That you're going to go through a change in your relationship to money. You know, why you want it so much, the purpose for which you're earning it. And you're going to feel very emotionally happy with this. It's the happily ever after. I think once you've gone through this, it's like a spiritual journey. Once you've gone through this, you come out at the other end a bit more logical and rational about why you have money in your life and why you're earning it and what you're going to do with it. So there's less of an emotional reaction, which surprises me because I didn't get this feeling that there was an emotional reaction to it. But I'm thinking now that actually it does satisfy an emotional desire in you, or a psychological fulfillment. Like maybe it's been instilled in you from your youth, from your childhood, that you needed to be a certain way, that you needed to earn money a certain way, or you needed to earn this amount of money, or again, the reason why you earned money was for this reason, and that's why you've got a healthy relationship, because you're fulfilling the message you had as a child, or the decisions you made as a child or a young person on what you were going to do with the money and how you were going to earn it. But now recently you've been going an overhaul for whatever reason, because it's unbalanced in your life. And instead of looking at it as fulfilling an emotional need, like I must earn this much a year, I must always have this promotion, I must get to this point in my career, because you've sort of gone and thought, but I've achieved these things, or I'm on my way to achieving these things, but I haven't got the other things that I wanted. You know, I wanted this career and this money because it was going to give me a happy family, or it was going to give me that big house, or it was going to give me that status in society that I wanted. And I haven't quite got them, or I haven't got them in the way that I wanted them. And because you've gone through this process and sort of let go of some of the things that weren't doing you any good in your relationship to money, you're much, much happier, and you're looking at your relationship between you and money in a much more calm, logical, unfussy way, in that you can look at it objectively. It doesn't mean that you're going to abandon your career, that you're going to suddenly stop earning lots of money. I don't feel that's the way. I think that's ingrained in who you are as a person. But instead of seeing earning the money as a solution, and the way suddenly you earn the money and then everything else is going to fall into place, you recognise that earning money, or the money that you have, is just a small section of it. That in fact there are other things that you need to work on in order to achieve your ultimate aim, whatever that is, and it will be different for all of you. So let's have a look at your charm, see if there's any extra information. There we go. House, oak tree. I always like it when that comes up, and it doesn't always come up. Sewing machine. Shoe. I tend to get this spoon because it's so big, and that's that key. I tend to get them an awful lot. I'm sort of contemplating taking them out. So I think they've been in every reading so far. I think they're just too big, so my hands grab them. But either way, we'll read them as like it's nourishment and the answer success. So I'm going to take those to the side. You need to be looking, it's like family tree, but also growth, immense growth. What roots are you putting down, and what what are you going to have growing in your life. And I think that's what you're going through. I think there's a recognition here that what you've got growing in your life is very, very good and you're very, very happy, but you had other ambitions in your childhood and you haven't fulfilled those ambitions either. And I think this looking back, reviewing events differently, is that you're looking back and as a young person, I just get this feeling that you really thought that if you got the money sorted, everything else would be sorted. And I don't think that's happened for a lot of you. But you're very close to having the rest of it sorted because you're recognising a truth and you're letting go of dead wood. You're letting go of the things that no longer serve you. And through that, you're seeing things in a new light that are going to provide you prosperity and emotional prosperity and the happily ever after, a happy family. There's still something to be measured. You're still not quite ready. You know, there's still something there that you need to work out. Still this feeling of the need to direct something. But I think you have secured your future. I think you're financially where you need to be. Maybe you've got great savings or investments or something. There's a feeling of sneakiness here that how can I explain it? Like the snake actually really doesn't try and get anyone's attention. They try and hide because they're predators in their own way. So there's a feeling here that you're not quite ready to come forward yet. You're going to wait a bit. And the home, again, it's something to do with home. I'm almost inclined to say, for some of you, that you actually haven't got the family life you wanted. Because you've, invested too much. Doesn't mean that you're not married with a family, but maybe, it hasn't panned out the way you wanted to, or some of you just haven't met that person yet. But it's about reflecting more on home. Maybe you don't spend enough time at home, too many hours in the office, whatever, that kind of thing. This is something you need to do yourself. You need to take a gamble. You need to take a chance on something. And the shoe I'm intrigued by, because this is about it always makes me think walking in someone else's shoes. So I think you need to look at maybe even someone in your life, look at their life and imagine yourself in it, or imagine yourself getting that family that and that family home, or getting the family home life that you want, and that how can you direct yourself. Only you can do this, because the love is there for you. I'm going to get some more charms. The love is there for you, but you've got to, you're not quite ready, but there's a point where it's time for you to take that gamble, and you're the only one that can do it. I don't feel that this is something that come to you without effort, that suddenly you change, get into a different mindset, and then all of a sudden it's there for you. No. You need to do something. There's something you need to do. Oh, another key. Yeah, piece of good luck. Heart. Slow but steady. Again, trying to be obtrusive. Slow but steadily moving towards something. You might find that this is more the 3 to 6 month energy. That you start this now and you'll pick up the rewards in the future, because the squirrel prepares for the future by burying their nuts, and then when it's the deepest, darkest part of winter, they can go and they eat the nuts, and they've prepared for the future, for the hard points. So it's sort of like you start the work now, and at some point in the future you're going to get what you want, the home that you want, the family life that you want. But you have to take the action, and you have to try walking in someone else's shoes. You have to start living a different life, and the good luck will come. You are going to get the good luck that you want, and you are going to be able to build a very stable, sturdy and long-lasting something in your life. It's about growth. It's like putting down roots. You've got to put down roots. That's it. Putting down roots in the future for you to have the life that you want. And I'm really intrigued now because I'm looking that this just, we've got the two for them Six of Cups, that it's like a mother and son looking out at the rainbow. And the traditional Ten of Cups always has the rainbow, the family under the rainbow. But you've also got the father and son taking the water from the well and walking off. She's got flowers, he's got water from a well. You're sort of letting something go that you thought was important and finding something else in the future that you realise perhaps is more important. And I think that's where the key comes in, is that you're uncovering the solution by taking a chance, and you're going to get some good fortune, and it's going to lead for some of you to love, if that's what you're looking for, or a rejuvenation in your love life. I know it's about money, but that's led. I don't feel it's a love of money. I think it's letting go of your preconceived ideas about money, and through it securing a greater success than you would have if you've carried on your path. Gosh, what a complicated reading. I feel we've got there. Whew. Let's bring this up so you can look. So that's your reading. Those of you that chose number 4, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that it's helped you. If you want a private reading, you can get one from me. Just send me an email, oaktreetarotreader@gmail.com. It's all in the description box. But otherwise, you please take very good care of yourself. Thank you for listening to me, and goodbye.